So the city of Frankfurt isn't that big. We don't even have 1 million people living here. And yet, if you're driving on the Autobahn towards the city, you'll see a big sign that says, European City, Frankfurt am Main. So it's not just a German city, it's a European city. And that makes sense. It's in all the listings of different cities. It's always among the alpha cities, among the global cities, because of its influence. So Frankfurt will always be an influential city. And that's why it's one of the hub cities, because we believe influencing such an influential city will have an influence on the rest of Europe and far beyond. One of the great things we've seen here in the city are leaders from different organizations, different denominations, and even different nations and cultural backgrounds coming together for joint heart for the city, seeing the lostness and the brokenness amongst all the wealth and the influence the city has. There's so many people that don't know Jesus and don't know Christ and haven't heard the gospel and are not exposed to it. And so in that vision, people have come together, leaders, a small group of leaders have gathered over a long period of time and have talked about how can we have a joint kingdom perspective on the city together, work together, because none of us believe that our own church or organization by themselves can reach the city by themselves. And so we've come together and we've thought about what are some of the main ways we can have an impact here, what are some of the strategies we can pursue, and church planting being a key part of that. But even before that, we believe it really is about remobilizing the lay people and getting the people that are actually in the city already back on mission and reaching out to their friends and neighbors.
So what Yazan described here for Frankfurt is actually happening all over Europe. Leaders from different denominations and organizations and networks come together to think about how can we plant churches together in my city. And we are actually amazed at City Europe that we have been able to include leaders from 17 cities all over Europe to come together in these hub city groups. And it's places like Edinburgh and Birmingham and London and Hamburg and Rome and Athens and Moscow and Kiev. And we bring these people together in the hub city groups to learn from each other and learn together how we can reach our cities again in Europe. And I'm actually amazed by this. I think this is great. I think this is the most crucial strategic idea how to reach our vision to see a movement of the gospel in the cities of Europe.
There was an eye-opener for us as well, learning from other cities, even across the world, from how they're doing collaboration there. You know, the cultural sensitivities you need to pay attention to in a diverse place like Frankfurt. So it's really a helpful interaction and learning from one another. And we're glad wherever we can have some impact into the efforts of collaboration in other cities, sharing our experiences, what has been helpful for us, and some of the tools we've created along the way. I hope that the collaboration isn't just something that happens among organizations or like key upper leaders, if you will, but really we want to see collaboration all the way down to just the normal churchgoer, if you will, that Christians, that we as a family of God here in the city can come together and really collaborate. Not everyone just working towards their own ministry or helping their own church, but really thinking for the city together. And hopefully that will have an impact that we become a place of sending into other places, reaching Europe and reaching the world.